Hi, how you doing? I'm Aaron. I'm doing this YouTube channel is kind of a crazy idea of going through the entire scouting requirements from Tenderfoot to Eagle. When I was a kid in the late 90s, I decided to quit at around first class because I got to the swimming requirements and it was crazy. It was much. I'm not much of a swimmer and we'll get to that later on. But this YouTube channel is going to be my entire journey, the whole wild ride from Tenderfoot all the way up. So for my first video, I wanted to go over the Tenderfoot requirement of fusing and whipping a rope. I have a rope right here. I got it out of my garage. It's kind of cruddy because I didn't fuse it to begin with. You see that? It's all fuzzy. So I have my pocket knife right here. I always carry it with me. Every scout knows how to whip open a pocket knife like that, like I just did. Not because it's a requirement, but because it's cool. There was no requirement for that one, so I'm just going to cut off the cruddy part of this rope. This is a nylon braided rope. Now I have this end, and it's already a little cruddy. So before it gets worse, I'm going to whip that end. Where did I put my string? Where's my... Oh, sorry. There's my string. There we go. It's going to take me a little bit of this string. I'm going to do it again. All right. I'm going to whip the end of this rope. Nobody likes whipping rope. And you'll find out why real quick. So I'm going to lay this string alongside the end of the rope right there. You can probably see it. Then I'm going to wrap it around where that original string was lying. So this we do so the end of the rope doesn't get all crappy. I think that's probably enough. I'm going to take these two ends and tie them together. Probably with a square knot, left over right, I guess. So if right over left, left over right works, then the opposite should be the same exact thing, right? So that was left over right first. Then right over left. Now I'm going to trim up those bits of string right there. And I have just whipped a rope. All right, so nobody does this. Nobody does this. And that's because to fuse a rope, all you have to do is light that end on fire. It works for nylon, any rope that'll melt. Not so much for your natural fibers, but yeah, nylon rope will melt all nice and crisp like that, and you get to set something on fire. It's so much more fun than whipping a rope. But, oh yeah, there it goes. I'm gonna trim these up. So I guess if you're using a natural fiber rope, then whipping is kind of your only option, but man, I haven't seen a cotton rope or anything like that for more than a decade. All right, welcome to my channel. That's my first video, and yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride.